Hi friends, welcome to Harmony Hills Home and Garden. I'm Jenny and we live and garden here in Baltimore, Maryland, Zone 7. Today, I'm kind of at my wit's end. I'm down here, I'm behind my rose arbor, down in the backyard where the gladiolus went crazy and where I have this big bronze fennel that's awesome but too huge. And everything's just wild, everything's overgrown. Look over here. It's a hot mess. So I'm kind of just gonna see what I can do to bring a little bit more clarity and sanity to this part of the garden. It might involve some drastic removal of plants. I don't know yet. Come with me and let's see if I can figure out how to retain my sanity down here in this wild and woolly overgrown space. So here I am. This is on the back side of the rose arbor, down in the bottom of the backyard. These daisies have totally grown too tall and they've flopped out. Need to do something with that. The gladiolus, there were supposed to be 6 of each, pink and purple. Well, the purple ones were purple, but the pink ones turned out to be red. And so there weren't 6 of them. They didn't bloom. The ones that did bloom were tall and spindly, reaching for the light. And I had to cut them off because they flopped over and bent before they could finish their blooms. I have one left here that's trying valiantly to bloom, but you see how far down the ground is. It's like way leaning over, and it's just a hot mess. I think those glads need to come out. Behind there's some, what is that, Monarda? I don't know which kind it is. I have a dahlia back here that's trying to do well, and the hydrangea is doing well also. That's a summer crush. There's my bubbler fountain that I made last year. So there are some things going well here. I just got to get the glads out of here. And then on this side, move slowly. This is just, oh my God, it's such a mess. I've already chopped up some things. I've already cut back some of the fennel to get it out of the dahlia and out of the glads. I've cut the glads out of the dahlia. I've cut the dahlia out of the glads, kind of just straighten things up a little bit. I have one poor little only purple gladiolus here that's trying to bloom. I think I'm going to cut that off and put it in a vase. And then again, these glads are going to come out and then I'll see what I have to deal with. But I mean, you can see how much I've already cut out of this area. It was a hot mess. Oh, and let's look over here too. This area had to be cleaned up. These are 1, 2, 3 salvias that I got on clearance last year from Proven Winners. I got them from Lowe's, but they're Proven Winners brand. I'm not sure exactly which one, but I've had to cut them back. There's 2 little clumps of mini pearl phlox in here. Actually, one of them was so overtaken by this golden jubilee hyssop that it thought that it was time to bloom again back in there. Poor little thing. So she's trying to bloom again, but there's one here and one back in there, clumps that are totally being overtaken by this hyssop. I have my pepper plant here to try to get more sun, but as you can see, there's no sun here at this time of day anyway. So I think I'm going to get the glads out of there and see if I can bring a little bit more neat and tidy order to this hot mess of a garden down here. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention. This pot here has my Juliet tomato in it. You might remember I had it up by the patio, and before that I had it out on the courtyard. But now it's super tall. I don't know that you can see the height of it on the camera, but it's 2.5 feet taller than this arbor. It has lots of tomatoes on it, including one here that I think I'd be able to harvest today if I want to. But I might let it go just one more day and hope that no critter gets it. Anyway, I'm holding it here just to have some support for that top part, but it's not gonna be here forever, but that's my temporary plan. All right, so I'm gonna get these gladiolas out of here, and I don't care if I don't have gladiolas here. Actually, I know I'm gonna have gladiola babies, just the leaves of them next year. Oh well, at this point I'm just like, I want some order in this flower bed. You know, the video I made last year when I made this bubbler, it kind of went pretty wild, and it actually has brought in a lot of new viewers to my channel. So if you're new here watching because you saw this video last year or recently, thank you for being here. And yeah, so I'm happy with the bubbler, but I meant to change from marbles to natural rocks. I didn't get that done. Now I have marbles to clean up. Oh well. I even went to the trouble last year of digging them all up and planting them extra deep so that they wouldn't flop over this year, but they sure did flop anyway. Let's see if I can salvage any of these for the vase. All right, I got 3 stems that I can put into the vase. The rest of them are just going to go into the compost. Now, some of them, when I pulled them, I got the bulbs out, and some of them I didn't. So there's still some glad bulbs in there. Today, I don't care. I'll regret that next year when they start to resprout, and I have to dig them out then, but I don't care. So, that's one job done. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Well, more than half of the bulbs of this side stayed in the ground, so I'm going to have to deal with them later, but I don't know, I'm just tired. So, but it's looking a little bit cleaner now, so that's good. I have some weeds, I have some violets, I have some deadheading of penstemon to do. General cleanup over here. Cut this penstemon back. It grows really tall and leggy here because it doesn't get full sun. So I might just take it out all the way. This bed, as much as I want it to be a full sun bed, this is really just a part sun bed. And I keep putting plants in here that want full sun, and they keep reaching for the light, getting tall and leggy, and then not performing well. So I need to just bite the bullet and recognize that this is not a full sun bed. I think this is liatris that I tried to grow here, but it flopped over into the lawn and got cut with a mower, so I've just cut it back. I've got violets all throughout here. Penstemons going nuts. This is a Gara that I planted last year, and it does not return nicely, so won't be planting any more of that. This is Nicotiana that I planted from seedling right before we went on vacation. It's struggling. Maybe it'll live. This dahlia seems to be doing all right, despite the fact that it's not full sun, so it's good. There's quite a few buds on it still. This is more Gara that is pitiful this year. It was beautiful last year, but look at that. Just pulls right out. It's not a nice returning perennial, so I'm just gonna yank it. Takes up room, doesn't add value. You live and learn when you buy a plant that's new to you, right? I don't know what this is. It's coming out. I need to fix this flopping daisy patch here. What I'm going to do is put a stake in here and over there, and then run some string, and then I'm just going to let these lean on that string. Simple. Maybe not the best. It's what's going to happen today, though. These rebars, I've been using these for different staking projects throughout the garden all summer long. It's nice to have them on hand. go. All right, how does that look? It looks terrible. Let me fix it. Come on, guys. Nice. All right, well, you know what? It got the job done. And after I deadhead some of these old ones, the new buds will come out and maybe you won't even be able to notice. They're not all a waste. Those in a vase and enjoy them for a couple of days. Sure, why not? This Orangium is really awesome. I love it. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but in real life here, these sepals on each of these blossoms and the stems, they kind of glow with this silvery blue, neon almost, metallic almost blue color. And I love them. The problem with this plant where it is right now is too close to the front of the border. It's almost 5 feet tall. It probably is 5 feet tall. It needs to be further back in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim off all of the stalks that it grew this year. And then I'm going to trim it down a little bit and let the base of the plant just live here. But then toward the end of the summer, unless I get antsy and want to do it before then, I will actually dig this out and move it and put it further back in to the flower bed so that it's not right up against the edge of the walkway. But I love this plant and I'm so happy to have it here in the garden. So let me just cut these off. I think these make dried flowers really nicely. So that's my plan. I'm going to hang them upside down in my basement and hopefully they'll dry really nice. I planted this plant last year. I bought it bare root from, I believe, Lowe's, and I planted it and it just grew foliage. It never grew any flowers. This year it gave me 5 huge stalks. I'm really happy with it. That makes this area a little bit more manageable, but as I looked at it, I probably will actually go ahead and dig this out and move it now, just because I'm antsy. I want it done. Maybe not now, maybe soon now. Not this minute, but some minute very soon. This is going to get moved further back in. All right, let's go hang these up. So I puttered around just a little bit more after I said I was done. Isn't that the way of it, right? You take a break, you sit in a chair, and then you look and you see something that needs done. So you get up and you do that, and that turns into something else, and that leads to something else, and all of a sudden, another hour has gone by, and you've just been puttering around all afternoon. So anyway, I've been taking it slow, but I did get some cleanup done. Let me give you a rough overview of how things look now. I don't even know if you guys are going to discern much of a difference, but it sure feels different to me. I have a whole barrel full of clippings. Let's see. In here, I trimmed back these salvias, and I took out the gladiolas, and let's see. Around here, I pulled up the daisies off of the grass. I pulled out some stuff over here that wasn't working for me. Took some stuff out of here that wasn't working for me. I cut back these Orangiums, and let's see. Really, that's about it. That's all I did over here, huh? Okay, and then over here, I took out the glads here and trimmed and weeded and pulled out some things. I trimmed up a little bit of the fennel. So I cleaned this up a little bit. I'm thinking that loropetalum needs something. It needs either to be pruned or it needs to be removed or something. But I like the red in there, but I don't like the scraggliness of that particular shrub. And then, oh, I made this whole pile back here. This was stuff that was growing up along this fence. So I cleaned that fence up a little bit. Yeah, I guess that's all I did. Here, let's take a look at the fennel. Can we see all the bugs on it? Maybe if I hold still. See all the little bugs flying around. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you're getting something done in your garden today, and I hope you will join me in another video real soon, friends. Take care. Bye-bye.